So this is Token. I am back with more shop heroes. Token here, back with more shop heroes. I just got a video driver update installed. In my last stream, I was fooling around with the fusion cauldron, and I fused 4 flawless quality rings. And a common quality hammer, and what I got back was an epic quality ring, which was almost, I think it was almost a 60% chance that it would be an epic quality ring. So I got a daily goal to bring back an ironwood. So I'm going to send my heroes to get ironwood. Let's see who we have here. Gareth. That's probably enough to complete the daily goal. So I fused the 4 flawless soldier marks and a hammer, and I got back an epic soldier's mark, which was the highest percentage chance of getting that particular item out of the fusion. So I sort of saved a flawless soldier's mark. Instead of putting 5 of them in the cauldron, I put 4 plus 1 hammer. So I got my video driver updated, and that took a few minutes. Let's get some more dirks, make some more rings. Hello, welcome back to my stream. Frequently end up with an odd number of items in my inventory. Let's see, 5 more soldier marks. 5 more soldier marks out of the 20 needed to master it. 20 more. So I've got nearly 250 hours in the game to reach this point. Which I did in 3 weeks' time. So I put a good number of daily hours into the game. See, this will give me 12 dirks. 12 dirks will make 3 more of the soldier marks. That'll get me to a total of 10 out of the 20 crafted, out of the 20 that I need. Oh, I made 4. Right, 3 times 4, 12. I made 4. So I'm getting pretty close to my inventory max. I'll probably try to sell off some items to these heroes. See how much XP I get. notice when they're selling you an item, you can click on the bargain button multiple times to reduce the price. So every time that you click, it's 10 energy though. Depending on how much the item is worth. I will try to, if they're asking for something that I don't have in my inventory, I will try to switch them to something that I do have in my inventory and just discount it to keep the energy up. And fortunately, she wants something that I've got. So in this case, I don't have a Lord's Gauntlet, but I do have the Hawk Axe. So that looks to be about the most valuable item I can switch him to. And actually discounting stuff does not affect your shopkeeper XP. In this case, I do have a rack out for musical instruments, so I'll go ahead and surcharge the item. Sometimes I accidentally click on the refuse button. That's kind of annoying when that happens. So I've got this epic soldier's mark, and I don't think I really want to sell it to a customer. Let's see. So we're looking at 5 on the trade house for up to 16 gems is the lowest price. So 14 gems is a breakpoint. 15, 16 will get you 12. So if I undercut the rings that are currently listed, I will get 11 gems out of it. So I will go ahead and make sure that I'm using the right trade slot. So I could get possibly 11 gems, which is more than the customers are paying me. Since, like I said, 1 gem is worth a minimum of around 300K. I don't think I want to sell that item. Let's see, Phantom Guitar. What you can do if you don't want to offer the item to your customers, you can click on the lock button, and that item will no longer be offered to your customers. Thing about the Phantom Guitar is it is one of the chest blueprint items, and it is possibly needed in a personal quest. Come on, give me that pouch. Oh, no pouch. No pouch. I want the pouch. Okay, she wants wakizashi. Wakizashi. That I can make, but I probably can't make it fast enough. Let's see, requires 2 rapiers. But I have a upgraded crafting slot. I can see that's going to take me at least 5 minutes to craft one. And she wants it in less than 3 minutes. So, common wakizashi. Probably the best order of business here is to just go buy it off the trade house. Other than to let the timer expire, you're gonna lose a bit of gold doing this, but when you're higher level, you don't want to refuse your customers. You don't want to disappoint those customers. Oh, so he's asking for Phantom Guitar. I guess I'll sell it. After I locked it, he must have got in before the lock. So that's my daily goal. Daily goal, come on gems. Come on gems. Man, a slingshot. Slingshot is no good. That is like the lowest level item I could get. So I'll try to sell my stockpile down. So when the customers are like rushed, when they have a time limit, you cannot suggest an item to them. You have to give them the exact item that they're asking for. And if you do that, they will pay a little bit extra for the item, which I assume gives you a little bit extra experience for the item. Try to get my item inventory down below 200. I'm down to 219 items in inventory. Okay, bear. I have bear armor. Plated leather. Plated leather. I'm guessing I can't make that fast enough. Okay. 5 minutes to make a plated leather, and she's gone in less than 4 minutes. There is a small chance one of these customers will walk in and offer to sell me a plated leather that I could then sell to her. But, let me see. Let me just get a plated leather. Once again, I'm going to lose a bit of gold on the steel, but it's probably best not to disappoint your customers. I am just mostly discounting everything to keep the energy up. Good Scarlet Coif. This I think I may have a chance of making fast enough. Yep, I can make that in less than 2 minutes. I'm gonna smoke another cigarette. Okay, so I just dropped below 200 items in inventory. Oh, God. It just so happens you get a great scarlet coif when you don't need a great scarlet coif. You gotta have a good scarlet coif. Because you can't get him to buy a great scarlet coif. He only wants a good one. They're very specific about the things they want when they're in a hurry. So as soon as this drops below 1 minute, I will rush it with a gem and see if I get the item he wants. And we got the item he wants. So I'm going to slow down and stop selling stuff. Just make sure none of these customers come in here in a hurry. I can have 7 customers in the shop, and none of them are rushed. So I know they will stand there indefinitely and wait for their items to be crafted or whatever I switch them to. And by selling off, I made 454k experience, and I need 2.8 million to reach level 30. So that gives me a little more free inventory space to work with. So somebody dropped their price. Okay, well, 15 out of 6. I have the low price. I should be in the front to sell. See if anybody buys that soldier's mark, and I'll make 11 gems. which is like 3.3 million in gold. And waiting for the smoke bomb to sell, the final smoke bomb. Let's see if I got anything else. Let's sell off some red tunics. Don't make much from those, but I get them out of my inventory. And I don't think any of my customers would buy that item. And as far as I know, I don't need it to pre-craft anything. These cloaks, for example, really cheap. I almost would consider deleting those. I think that's probably the best way to go. I don't know if those are needed for anything. Nope, I don't see a demand for those cloaks anywhere. I don't see a demand for those cloaks, so I am going to go ahead and delete. And I don't think I have any use for that, so I'm just going to delete it. Fusion Cauldron is busy. The only thing is I gotta save up 3,000 gems to unlock the third cauldron slot. And then there's like a fourth cauldron slot, which I think is 5,000 gems. And there's no way to do it without gems, without using gems. I'm guessing that one of my heroes could use this item. Probably. This may be an upgrade for one of them or two of them. Good silk robe. Minus 13 leather a piece. But I really need to like reduce the amount of fabric. And there is no fabric reduction. So it says the next blueprint looks like this. So I need to open a leather chest to find the ice cloak blueprint. And let's see. He can use the silk robe. She can use the silk robe. A little more optimal. A little more optimal. This item right here I got from a chest or something, and it's actually much higher level than Melina. It's a level 34 item. But I figure with the event going on, it has a 0% break chance. Might as well let her use it while the event is going on. And that lasts until Monday evening. Everything has a 0% break chance on quests. So I got like half my heroes waiting to recover. Upgrade the shop 20 times. One left. I get 25 whole gems for doing that. And one more star. The final star for general store. It just costs so much. 562.5 million. Or 2,000 gems. It is almost, I think it would almost be cheaper to spend the gems on this. But probably my shop is big enough. Probably my shop is big enough. Just have to figure out how to fit all these bins in. It's gonna be a little bit crowded once I start doing more upgrades. So I try to fuse all the common items to green before I try to sell them. Textile factory. Let's get that invested. So the 100 or so items that I sold off to heroes only made me about 1,000,000 gold. Yeah, there is a fast way. There is a fast way to level up. And if you want to power level your shopkeeper level, the way to do that is, for the first step is get lots of gold. You need a lot of gold to do it. And what you do is you look at your customer, and you say, this customer is level 22, right? So he could potentially buy an item that is 7 levels higher than his level, which means he could buy a level 29 item. Well, if you had a level 29 item to sell, it would be worth a lot more than the level 20 item that he's trying to buy at the moment. So what you do is, once you have a lot of gold, first thing, once you have a lot of gold, you need a good stockpile of gold. Look at what he's trying to buy. He's trying to buy a ring, and I know he'll buy a projectile item. So I could sell him a ring or a projectile that is level 29. So once you have a lot of gold, you go on the trade house, and I'm looking for something, and I say, okay, 28. This is an item that he would possibly buy. And this level 28 item would give me a lot more XP than the level 20 item that he's trying to buy. So if you want to get really fast XP, the secret is to buy items off the trade house and sell them to your customers. But you need a lot of gold to do it. You need a lot of gold. I can't quite afford to buy that. See, I could sell them 28 steel rank for 215k. now I look at him and now he wants to buy that steel ring. Okay, so I don't know, selling him this ring would give me a certain amount of experience, but selling him that steel ring is going to give me a lot more, because the steel ring, the base price is $93K, and the ring that he's trying to buy is more like $10K. So the value of the item that you sell to the customers is going to affect the amount of experience you get. So that would give me fast XP if I had a good amount of gold to spend in the trade house. And I have done that a little bit. I did that a little bit when we had the double XP event to try to speed up the levels. But it's like, if you can sell them epic items that are 5 or more levels above them, 5 to 7 levels above their level, you will get really fast XP that way. But you know, if you're kind of a new player, the only way that you're gonna get lots of gold is by buying the gems, pretty much. Buy the gems, and if you're willing to do the microtransactions, you can really speed through the game and get to the end game. But if you want to do it without spending any money on it, it's going to be slower. If you're going to get a certain number of free gems. mostly I didn't do that much to power level my experience. I certainly didn't do it in the very beginning. I mean, it's not that hard to make it to level 20. You could probably get to level 20 in 3 or 4 hours, maybe. Maybe, if you're good. Maybe it's more like 5 hours. I don't know. That when Ding Dingo, he did some videos where he did speed runs to 20. And I don't know exactly how long it takes him to do it. I'm sure he just did something recently like that. So the video archive is probably available on his Twitch TV channel. But he doesn't upload his video archive to YouTube because he plays music. He plays music on his video and when he's streaming. And YouTube has a problem with copyright infringement, so you end up getting copyright flags if you have copyrighted music in your stream. So like on YouTube, if you have a copyright flag on one of your videos, the person that owns the copyright could monetize the video, which would put ads on it, and then they would get income from the ad revenue. And when somebody is small time like me, I've only got about 50 subscribers on my YouTube channel, so that's pretty small. They probably don't pay attention that much to monetizing my videos. Because like a year ago, I was streaming RuneScape, and I played music while I was streaming RuneScape. So I got some copyright flags on that stuff, but They didn't give me a black mark. They didn't give me any black marks for it. So I would say with the power leveling strategy, I wouldn't even bother thinking about it until you get past level 20 maybe, because you don't really need it until you hit level 20, and then everything kind of slows down. I mean, the gems are kind of expensive. It's $9.99 for 1150 bag of gems. 1150 gems. So that's close to a US dollar for 100 gems. Close to a penny a gem. I don't know, if you think about it that way, being a penny a gem, it doesn't sound that bad. It doesn't sound that bad. But whenever I play a game that has microtransactions, I'll generally do a few microtransactions to support the game, just to support the developers, because I figure it's a lot of work creating a game like this, and they deserve some kind of reward, some kind of financial reward from it if you're playing their game. And some people feel they should be able to play games for free, and I guess that's all right. Now see, he wants a long mail, and apparently I don't have anything else in my inventory that I could give him as an alternative. And again, he wants the fireproof shield, and I don't have anything that I can suggest to him, which means that my inventory I just don't have an item that he would take. So that is the recommended power leveling technique. Get lots of gold, buy items from the trade house, and sell them to your customers. And when you're buying items from the trade house, you want an item that is at least 5 levels higher than the hero level. You can craft items that are 5 to 9 items, 5 to 9 levels higher than your heroes. Well, maybe you didn't realize this, but certain buildings give you hero experience when you invest in them. You'll notice that there's like an instant boost. I'll show you this. Let's get to one of the hero buildings. Look at one of the low-level hero buildings. Let's see, Albert, for example. Albert is one of the lowest level heroes, one of the first heroes that you get. you notice that if you invest in the fountain, it will give experience directly to Albert and Irene if you have her unlocked. And at level 30, it's giving them 6.2k experience if I invest 125k. Now, this instant boost, which is the bottom on the list, you're only going to get if you actually invest money in the building. Now you notice this timer over here is good for 8 hours and 19 minutes. Okay, that is giving you a collective boost. When the building has been invested and this timer is inactive, everybody in the city gets the Hero Quest power boosted by 25%. That gives a boost to everybody in the city. But you only get this instant boost if you actually spend money on the building. So like if I want to raise the level of Albert, I'm like, he needs 180k to level and he's got 50k. He's only level 18. I can instantly give him experience by spending money on the fountain. And every time I click this and spend 125k, he gains 6.2k experience. So he gained like 40,000. He gained about 40,000 experience when I clicked on that building. So if I had a lot of gold, I could potentially level up my heroes. And if they're higher level, they'll want to buy higher level items. That's the only thing. If you don't have the recipes unlocked for what they want to buy, it's a bit more trouble serving the customers. So you kind of want to pace yourself through the game. Try to keep your shopkeeper level, your hero levels, and your crafting levels about equal. And my crafting levels are pretty close to the right levels for the heroes. Yeah, if you can get lots of gold, it will really speed up the game for you. And it's probably beneficial to stay in a city by yourself until you reach at least level 20, because it will be cheaper for you to make the building investments if you're by yourself. Once you get around level 20, you might want to think about moving to a bigger city with more players. Well, I think Winding Dingo recommends that you try to reach level 30 before you look for a bigger city, because it can really help you upgrade your furniture when you can afford to invest in the town hall. Because what the town hall does is it decreases the amount of time required to upgrade furniture items. You can see at level 37 we're getting a 40% reduction in the time required every time you invest 1 million. And as long as this timer is active, everybody in the city is getting a 25% reduction in the cost of furniture upgrades. So probably the town hall has been my favorite building to invest in. Most of the items I have in my inventory are like pre-craft items. I've got this one legendary axe, and I have tried to sell it. Legendary iron axe. And it's like, the most I could get for it is a couple of gems. Because it's a pretty low level item. It's only a level 3 item. And that item has kind of been sitting in my inventory for a while. So I could get like 10K if I sell it for gold. Maybe. That's probably about the best deal I could get for it. Okay, so that legendary iron axe got sold. And we're looking at selling this epic ring and getting 11 gems for it. So that has not sold yet. get some shields going. Venomous buckler. I actually have the liquid fire at the moment. I could make a few of those venomous bucklers. Let's see how much of that liquid fire I have left. Probably not much. I got 11 liquid fires. And adamantium and obsidian coral came from the raid, the weekly city raid. You were told to put it in with a level 20 plus and have a better chance. I'm not sure what you mean as far as what joining another city goes. I mean, the advantage, fusing. Most of the items that I have in my inventory are pre-craft items for something. Except for those legendary or epic riders boots. I probably want to get rid of those. Once again, it's kind of a low-level item. %70 plus to get epic. That is pretty good. Right, I got that ring, and I had close to a 60% chance to get an epic ring, and that's what I ended up with. But I had a 100% chance of getting something. Gotta grab another soda from the fridge. I'll be right back. I got these like garlic stuffed olives that I like to snack on. Make me smell like garlic. See if these guys want to buy some venomous bucklers. They will buy those. Wakazashi. So let's see if my my workers are kind of powered up. I'm getting a worker skill bonus from the city. Looks like my metalworking bonus and my armor crafting bonus have expired. So that's going to slow down my crafting a little bit. Do I have a time frame that I get on? You know, I may be on from late afternoon to early morning. No, my schedule is kind of irregular. Once I get on, I could be on pretty late in the evening into the early morning hours. Yeah, if it's 12 a.m., you probably need to sleep. Some of us have to get up and work in the morning. It's about 1 a.m. here. I guess you're in the mountain time zone. I live in Missouri. I sleep during the day sometimes. I don't work. So I spend most of my time online, though I'm not always playing games. Because one of my streams went for like 9 hours straight. One of my Shop Hero streams. That was a pretty much of a marathon there. This stream has been going for about an hour and a half. If I'm like paying attention, I will try not to let my video content get too long, because a 9-hour video takes quite a long time to process, and who's gonna sit in front of the screen and watch a game video for 9 hours? Especially when you're talking about a game like Shop Heroes, which is not really full of excitement. I play a lot of 7 Days to Die. I probably have 4 or 5 viewers that love to watch 7 Days to Die. 4 or 5 subscribers that are really into the game. Good night. Ooh, Flawless Venomous Buckler. I'm guessing one of my heroes could use that. I am guessing one of my heroes could use that. So I guess I will end my stream there and maybe go watch some TV for a while. Take a break from the game. Guess I could send my heroes out on a quest before I do that, though. Trying to get some more of this liquid fire. And it looks like I have a boss fight here. Fight Crocodile. Fight Crocodile. Okay, looks like that's a little bit harder to fight the boss. And they're not quite happy enough. Not quite. So I guess I will take a break for at least an hour and see what's going on in the world. Watch a little CNN.